Okay, so I had a vision, and in the vision, I was at my sister's house, Larissa Jones, and it was as if she was in my mother's room, like it was my mother's house. But my mother is dead, and my mother was deceased in the vision as well. And I was at Larissa's house, and I looked like I should look. I had long, hair. Like you see, I got the Brazilian, but I had the long Brazilian. And it came to about right here. It was properly installed. And it needed to be brushed a little bit. And I heard rumors. Larissa was sitting in the room on the bed in my mom's room. And I was walking through the hallway coming into the room and coming through the room. And I heard rumors. And people were saying, well, they want to know that she's made progress, or they're going to kill her. And I thought, oh my goodness. So I ran to the bathroom and I looked at myself, and I didn't look bad. And I was in my sister's house, and I had long Brazilian tracks down to here. I had black clothes on like this, but it was fitted, not all big, because someone gave me this because I was cold on the streets. And my outfit was fitted. And my skin was clear. My makeup was done to the T, like I normally would do it, had I had my necessities. My scarf was not dirty or wrinkled. It was clean. And I looked beautiful. And I put my phone up like this, and I was like, oh, I need to talk to my fans and tell them how it feels to be a woman who had to shoot a man due to domestic violence. And that there was something holding me back. In the vision, I heard the Holy Spirit say, Andrea is famous, but they're stopping Andrea from talking to her fans and from showing her true self. And I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was beautiful. I did not look like this, all oppressed. And it does make a difference when I have a channel with all these subscribers, but yet I have people trying to tarnish my image in life so that they could try to make me look this way to my subscribers, to have me killed, to say that, oh, she just went downhill after she was released from the jail. Because I'm putting out the evidence and showing how I took care of myself prior to going to jail. So what is your reasoning of trying to have me killed after I was released? And trying to use leaving me out on the streets with no bath water, no way to wash my clothes, nowhere to lie down, nowhere to straighten my hair. Oh, and I was straightening my hair in the vision. God was showing me straightening my hair and how beautiful I look when my hair is long and straightened. And that was another reason why they were leaving me on the streets and stealing my things, so that I couldn't straighten my hair. And so they could run around and say, oh, look at her hair. Oh, look at her skin. Her clothes are all big and dirty and nasty. And look, she's going downhill. She's crazy. She's a mental patient. See, so they could take me somewhere and kill me. And then try to make it seem like it was justified. So while I was sitting there in the mirror, I heard something about my nephew, Dion, Larissa's oldest son. Something about somebody wanted to shoot him and making it look like an accident, but not kill him. And then the Holy Spirit said it had something to do with Andrew, Larissa's father. And that something about Larissa would know about it if something happened to him, that Larissa would know. And then I heard one of my songs playing on the radio. Everybody else is a distraction. Your love came down from heaven, yeah. Ooh. But it was a white woman singing my song. And she was like, it was like a commercial. And she was like, everybody else is a distraction. Your love came down from heaven. And I was like, who the hell is that singing my song? So I turned around and I went in the room because Larissa was in the bedroom and I was in the bathroom straightening my hair, my long Brazilian hair. And I was beautiful. And I had on fitted clothes. I was beautiful. I was gorgeous. And I heard my song on the radio. And I started to cry. I started to cry because I knew that they were stealing my music. So I went into the bedroom with Larissa and I said, Larissa, I just heard my song on the radio. They're stealing my music. And I was crying. And I said, you know that everybody else is a distraction. Your love came down from heaven. I said, that's my song. I wrote that. And I said, ever since I've been out of the jail, I've been hearing my songs on the radio. People stealing my music. When I was at Henry Brown's house, he tried to set me up to be killed. Him and Cannon Jewett. And while I was asleep, they were coming to me in the spirit, doing witchcraft, showing me that they were stealing my music and they're going to try to have me killed. But we're going to turn around and give my music away, the songs that I have written, because I'm very talented. And I heard my songs on the radio. And I said to Larissa, ever since I've been out of the jail, I've been hearing my songs on the radio. And when I started to play the song, because I have it on my YouTube, it's called Heaven. And I'm going to leave a link to it under this video. And I sound very good singing it. But I said, Larissa, here, listen to it. That's my song. And I started to pull it up on my YouTube channel. And I woke up. So that's what's going on with people trying to have me on the streets. And it dawned to me, it was like, well, you know, more evidence is coming out about what they did to me since I was released out of the jail. And this is why people want to hurry up and just try to kill me and paint me out to be crazy as quickly as possible so that I cannot put out any more information of what all they have done. What they have done is horrible. It's horrific. It is terrible. It is despicable. It is an abomination what they have done. And they know I'm going to tell it. And I'm going to prove it. And I'm going to put them to shame. So the only thing that they can do is try to say, oh, she was crazy. And leave me outside to try to make me look crazy. And try to stage altercations to try to make me act crazy. To try to make it seem like they had a reason to take my life. And they have done this before with other African American women. They have done this. And this is a common excuse that they use. But one got out the can. And her name is Andrea Antoinette Jones. And I'm not going nowhere. And in the name of Jesus, he's going to put a stop to everything that y'all trying to do out there. Because they're watching my videos. And they know that I posted the evidence about, and that I'm continuing to post the evidence about prior to the jail, what happened prior to me being incarcerated. And they know that this is not who I am. So all they can do is try to say, oh, well, since she was released from the jail, she just went downhill. No, I'm going to tell about that part too. And I've already showed how you guys have been bothering me and trying to stage altercations. And I got a lot of videos already on my channel about what LaMarcus Sanders did, what Bianca Hudson was doing. I mean, come on now. They have been sabotaging me since I was released, so that they could try to pay me out to be crazy, just like they tried to do in the jail when they tried to murder me before my trial in the jail. Because they know ain't no reason why you should be arresting a pregnant woman for defending herself and her child from a white male with 8 charges who was on methamphetamine since he was 14 years old. So all y'all can do is try to smear me and kill me to cover up the truth, because that's how racist America is, right? And that's how much blacks is willing to sell out other black people to get your charges dropped and to get a little money in your pocket. And because they want these big old Illuminati houses. That's what Barbara wanted. That's why she tried to set me up. Because my mama had a real big old house. And that's what she wanted. A big old Illuminati house. Stuff that you get when you done sold somebody out. And that's what Larissa want too. Because ain't no damn reason why your sister should be outside in Atlanta, Georgia, and you ain't sent not one goddamn text message to my phone to say, hey, sis, come through to my house. But God already told me that would be a trap too. So I ain't coming to your house. And she did text me. She called me twice when I was still making videos over there at Gully's house, where Gully and Woody tried to set me up to be killed out there in Riverdale. When I was working on the videos, they got my phone tapped. She was calling my phone because they trying to stop me from putting out these damn videos showing the evidence. And then, I guess they thought they was going to get me that night. Let me tell you. Hold on, let me pull out my Bible right quick. Where's my Bible, God? If it's in here, I'm about to pull out my Bible. It might be in there. But you know what? I remember it. I remember exactly what happened. I wrote the map down in my Bible. I couldn't find my Bible. It might be in the room. But let me just tell y'all what took place. I'm surprised that it's not in here. It must be in the room. It must be in, yes, has to be in the room. Okay. So, in order to make it back to Lakewood, Fort McPherson, from 116 Pear Tree Lane, where the Gully guy and the Woody guy tried to set me up to be outside in the middle of the night, with my phone dead, with no money in my pocket to get back on the bus. He lured me out there. He lured me all the way to Riverdale. And I knew there was something wrong after he took me out so far. And then in the room, in Gully's brother's room next door, I went in there to use the restroom. There was a big old American flag above his bed. And then it had karma written on the wall. And gang, gang, and hate, and kill, and envy. And they was trying to set me up to be killed for this goddamn American flag. For some white folks. So anyway, when I put them on blast and I left their house, because they know I'm finna fight with you, I'll leave. I said, I'm gonna make it. And when I got up to the front of their neighborhood, I had to hurry up and write down the directions to get back to Lakewood Fort McPherson train station, which was where he met me and told me that he would make sure I was safe and that he'll have somewhere for me to sleep. That's how they setting me up out here. That's how I keep ending up with all these men that's trying to set me up, because the state is doing this bullshit. Leaving me outside for these criminals to come prey on me to have me killed. But let me tell you something. That is an agenda. And I got the right to tell it. So when I got to the front of the neighborhood, I pulled up the directions and my phone was on 2%. So there was no way that I would have made it out of this area. It was 12 miles to get to back to Lakewood Fort McPherson from where this young man had me. And you guys can see on the videos that it was very dark. The entire street was a setup. So I had to walk all the way down the first road, which was like 0.5, 0.3. Then I had to walk the next road, which was 1.2 miles. And then I had to walk up Georgia 85, which was 5.7 miles. And once I got to this little cigar shop, they started to shoot. They started shooting. Because they were angry that I didn't stay lost in that area. And yes, as soon as I left, the police were swarming around this dark road. And there was nowhere for me to charge my phone without being charged with loitering because all the gas stations were closed. Everything was closed. It wasn't until I hit Georgia 85 after they started to shoot at. Well, they didn't shoot at me, but they were shooting to intimidate me. Once I got past that area, then I started to see places that were open, but I was told in my dreams not to stop. I had a vision by Trey Songz, and he was saying, "Don't look back." He was singing, "Don't look back," and showing me and my son when the hurricane hit, when they were oppressing us out in Conroe, Texas, when I was working at JCPenney, when the white girls was oppressing me, a hurricane hit. After I screamed out to God that day, the next day it was a hurricane. And he was saying, "Don't look back, like this is Egypt. And the plagues of Egypt have come down to her. Do not look back, just go." And that's what I did in the dark. I just kept going, knowing that everybody on that street was trying to set me up to be killed. Everybody in their houses. Everybody on them roads. And then I hit I-75 and I accidentally went the wrong way. I started going I-75 north. And the direction said go south, but I accidentally wrote down I-75 north. And there was police. They didn't bother me. And then there was an African-American male that picked me up and he put in the directions. And I didn't trust him at first, but he took me and dropped me off at Lakewood Fort McPherson and I made it. And I remember Andrew sending me a text talking about, so he didn't send me a text, he sent me a message on YouTube as the young male was putting me out of his home to have me set up to be killed outside with my phone dead in the dark in the middle of the night with no money. All of a sudden, Andrew sends a text message to sends a comment on one of my YouTube pages to try to pretend like, "Oh, I really cared about you. I know you don't think I'm your father." Don't try to paint nothing out to be like you cared about me before I get killed. So that after I'm killed, you could turn around and say that, I was putting comments on her page trying to get her to reach out to me. Right before they killed me, before I could tell the truth about all y'all involvement in this bullshit. Ain't gonna be none of that. I'm telling about my family's involvement. Because if I don't tell on you, then the pieces to the puzzle do not come together. People cannot understand how in the world could this have happened to me. I have to tell the truth about my family. Because they are going to relentlessly try to keep helping these folks do what the hell they're trying to do to me and my kids. And when I say I stand against all evil, I stand against all evil. I don't care who it's coming from. So I pray against all the wickedness of my family. Trying to help these people pay me out to be like I'm crazy. Leaving me on the streets. Refusing to help us out with any kind of money. In bed with them devils. I refuse. And I done spent too many nights out on the streets to prove my point. This ain't about smearing nobody's name other than me. I'm the one being smeared by everybody. I'm just here to tell the truth. And my life depends on it. Because there's that many people that I know don't really give a damn about me.